Action! God. Not my chair yet. Action! Oh, good evening. It is Sunday night and we just got back to camp. Last time we were with you, I was showing you that terrible storm that we were in. It was hailing, it was raining, the wind was blowing, the thunder was cracking, the lightning was lighting up the sky, and Bryce and I thought, what did we get ourselves into? As we were hiking out of there, we had the discussion on whether we should stay up or not. We really wanted to stay up here because today, all the family, my kids and wife and his wife and kids and both our parents were brothers. We're supposed to come up and have Sunday up here on the mountain with us, and we were going to have lunch. It's just tradition. When we're up here at Camp Alvarez, that's what we call elk camp, and that's a whole nother story, but when we're up here at Camp Alvarez on Sundays, we don't hunt, and that's just a religious thing. It's a day for us just to rest and talk about our first day of hunting and where we've seen action and maybe where we might think where else we should try and hit. We really didn't want to give that up, but we also knew that this was going to be a muddy mess. So we said probably the best thing to do in this situation was to go home and get our stuff dried out and start back up first thing Monday morning. So we did. We came home. We were soaked by the time we got back here to camp. Stripped off all our wet clothes, threw on some dry clothes, and headed for home. Got home, surprised our wives last night that we were there. They weren't expecting us to come down. They were expecting to come up. And had a really nice lunch. We went to Bryce's house, ate the same meal which we were going to have up here on the mountain. Just a different environment. Instead of being surrounded by all this beauty, we were in Bryce's home, which is a beautiful home. His wife takes very good care of his home. But this is where we were supposed to have our family dinner, and instead we had it at his home, in his home and in his backyard. It worked out great, but I'm just getting back to camp. Bryce should be back here momentarily. The trailer batteries were all but dead, so I got the generator running so I can get those batteries charged up. Looks like Bryce put his generators in his trailer, so when he gets back I'm sure he'll need to throw a charge on his as well. But for tonight, we're just gonna clean house from the storm that we had yesterday and get ready for the hunt tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Coming up here, most of the campers were gone, which hopefully means Bryce and I will have this whole mountain all to ourselves. I'm sure there will be one or two others up here, but we're excited to be up here by ourselves, and maybe that'll bring us the luck we need. Thanks for still being with us, and if you haven't hit the like button for this video, hit that now. Maybe it'll bring us some luck to get some blood on our arrows. And hit the subscribe button just in case we don't get it this weekend. When we come back up next week, you'll know whether we get our animals or not. We want to start hunting more than just Utah. It'd be fun to go to Wyoming. Our brother Darren lives in Wyoming, and he kills a lot of animals. Antelope, deer, elk. If they had rhinoceroses in Wyoming, he'd be hunting those too and successfully harvesting them. So when we get back, we may be here when Bryce comes in tonight, or maybe we'll see you first thing in the morning up in our tree stands. Thanks, guys. o'clock on Monday morning, and the only thing I saw was my little red fox come running through again. Other than that, I haven't seen anything. Talked to Bryce on the radio, he hasn't seen anything either. So we're gonna try a different spot tonight. Across the valley on the other side, up on the top of the mountain, see if we can get something up there. We got on X and showing us a water hole, which is up here in these trees. We've never been to it before, so we figured let's go and check it out. It's during napping time for the elk anyways, so maybe we'll push something up. Maybe not, but it's always good to add another watering hole to your list. Well, here's the water. It's coming from the spring we're trying to find, so we're not too far. A little bit of a seep right here. This isn't the main one yet. So Bryce just got a hold of me on the radio, and he has a 3-point and 2 does. And they're in this little draw, and he's circling around, so he's upwind, downwind, downwind from, so you don't smell them. So I don't want to go marching up there and cause him to get spooked and jump out. He's probably about a block up the hill from me. So I'm going to sit here and drink a drink and snack on a snack, and when he tells me he's got an arrow in one, then I'll hike up there and help him out. Till then, we're going to sit here. Maybe an elk will come along. It's bedding time though, so who knows. I'm just moving down here a little bit closer. See if I can see when he comes in. Maybe we'll jump out of the bushes and scare him. I don't think he can draw his bow quick enough before he realizes it's me and not some camouflage ninja. So I don't know if it's better to walk up a hill or walk down a hill. Uses different muscles, and your toes always sink to the bottom of your shoes, and that kind of hurts. Alright, let's go see if we can find Bryce.
So I was walking up the trail, and there's some fresh mud from the rainstorm we had on Saturday night, and there were some pretty fresh mule deer tracks in it. So I started following the game trail up, and as I went up I came across some elk tracks, and the trail kind of winds along this ravine the whole way up, and once you get up there it goes into a meadow. And as I got up into the meadow, I was on the south side of the meadow, and on the north side there's some cliff faces, and a couple deer spooked, and I could hear them. So I dumped my pack and I started walking up around, trying to get on the west side of them so if they ran up the canyon I could be there. As I got around, just before I could get to the opening, one buck, 3 or 4 point, it was moving too fast to tell. One booking through, followed by a deer, or by a doe. And so at that point I tried to move up through the trees and stuff, but they'd gone up a different draw at that point and up through a bunch of willows. And so pretty big mule deer though, so hopefully we catch up with them again.
So it's the second night of the hunt for us anyway. We had Saturday and then today Monday. We're just up here on the mountain. Got a little natural ground blind I'm in here. It's tagged a little bit of branches in front of it, but we have a trail that goes right in front of here that has a lot of tracks for both deer and elk. So hopefully we are in a good position to where something will come through and I'll be able to get a shot off. So we will see. So far the hunt's been pretty good. We've seen quite a few animals. Brandon saw a doe and a buck, a small buck, on Saturday. He also saw one elk that was out of range. And then he saw a bull moose and a cow moose. So this morning he saw a little red fox, second time he's seen that. And then I saw 3 mule deer. One of them for sure was a buck, and a pretty big one. I got pictures of its footprints. It got spooked and ran out before I could get a shot off on it. So I'll probably end up heading back that way next week, maybe tomorrow, see if I can see that. It was at least a 3 point. It was hard to tell as it ran off, but it had a decent sized rag on it. Well, it's the afternoon on Monday, and we're in a different area. We're actually across the valley from where we were. We're back that way behind me. I'm sitting in a pine tree this time, and just hunting a game trail that comes through here. Like I was before, no water or anything, just saw a trail and a bunch of tracks and thought someone's using it, so I'll see who. I'm in an old tree stand that I restored. It's not nearly as nice as the one I was in this morning. I just bought those last year. This one, I know the previous bow hunter who owned it, and he died, and the tree stand sat in the tree for 10 years, and at that point I decided nobody's coming back for it, so I took it down and restored it. And I already know some things I need to do to fix it up to make it a little bit better, but it's working for now. So anyways, wish me luck. Bryce is in a ground blind about 3/4 of a mile south of here, maybe a mile. Lots of sign where he's at, lots of tracks, lots of fresh poop. If he doesn't get a shot tonight, I'll be blown away. But hopefully the wind will be in my face and the elk will be walking out here any minute, start grazing for the night. Well, that was the tree stand I was sitting in, and I got a little restless sitting in there. Nothing was moving. The wind kept blowing right through those trees, so my scent was blowing that way. And I'm like, this is kind of pointless. You get out on ground stalk for the last 45 minutes of light. See if I can't sneak in on something. So, wish me luck. Try to get a hold of Bryce on the radio, and he hasn't been answering. So, either he forgot to turn on his radio, or he's... Well, if he got one, he would have called me, so I don't think he's got one. Maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. I'm hoping to hear from him soon. Yeah, the sun's just about to go down past that mountain. Sure is a cool little area though, huh? Be nice to see an elk come walking up out of those trees right there, with me standing right here. Camera in my hand, and I guess I better put the camera away and get the bow out. There are 3 bucks right there. I'm having to stare down with one, and he's a good size one. Oh man, where is Bryce? Can you see him? All 3 of them are bucks. You don't want to stop staring. Okay, so there's 4 now. There's one right here on the other side of this tree. Oh man, I wish he'd that one right there broadside. Yeah, this one over here is a little bit bigger. I hope this camera's picking this up. Five. There are 5 bucks right there. And I'm gonna spook out here. All 5 of them had horns, antlers, and a couple were nice. Dang it. Well, I just spooked those 5 bucks. One was really nice. One was a shooter. The other 3 were small, but dang. I don't have a deer permit, which sucks. Bryce is one with deer permit. He's one that needed to be over there to shoot those. So, he's just up here. probably 125 to 150 yards. I don't want to go up any closer because there's still a few more minutes of shooting time. And I don't want to screw up his chance if he's getting anything, but I don't know why his radio's not on. That's concerning to me. I think he would have at least tried to reach out to me during the night at some point to see how things were going, and realized his radio was off, but give him a few more minutes, then I'll ride out there and see what's going on. Alright, so we just got back to the trailers, and Bryce is okay. He had a dead battery on his handheld, so I'll let him tell you tomorrow about it, but he basically had a chance to shoot a 2-point tonight, who came in directly behind him, but by the time Bryce was able to get turned around and into position, it was game over. So we'll have him tell you details tomorrow, but on the way down we saw another doe, and good little area for bucks. I think we might go back and hit that tomorrow night, let Bryce have a chance to shoot his buck up there, see if he can't get that big 3-point that we saw. And I'm hoping there's elk up there. We've seen sign of elk up there, so maybe while he's hunting bucks I can have a chance to get me a cow or spike. So thanks for staying with us. We're seeing lots of wildlife, lots of game and stuff, just not the elk that I want to shoot, and the elk and buck that Bryce has a chance to shoot. So it'll come. It's our year.